Today I'm going to talk about a much anticipated event, and that is the Sephora VIB sale. So if you want to find out what's on my wish list and the items that I'm going to recommend, stay tuned. This is going to be a long video, so sort out yourself and let me go. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. To my new subscribers, hello, and to my older subscribers, welcome back again. So I have been waiting, well, not only me, but everybody's been waiting for this event that happens twice a year with Sephora, and this is their VIB sale. And this is their, of course, their pretty rare sales where you can actually get discounts off of your favorite products at Sephora. You know, Sephora sells products that are, you know, quite reasonably priced to quite expensive. So if you can get a 20% discount or any kind of discount on the items that you're looking to buy, to me, that's a bonus. So I usually like to save up, you know, the items that I'm really like wishing for, feeding for, but that might be a little bit more pricey, or that might be a little bit more of a splurge purchase. I wait for the VIB sale. They usually have a VIB sale in April, and that sale, I think the percentage is less, but their November sale is usually their big blockbuster event of the year. There's another sale that they usually have in December, but you get a smaller discount. So this is the Sephora VIB sale. Of course, that means you have to be a Sephora beauty insider, and you can find out how to be a beauty insider on the Sephora website, or you can go into the store. It's just one of these things that every time you spend money, you accrue points, and then you can redeem those points for deluxe size samples or other kinds of gifts from Sephora. And then this also gives you access to a number of other benefits, including getting access to their sale. Now, their sale is usually staggered. Of course, the people who have the highest ranking get more benefits and they get more of the sale. So actually, by the time this video goes up, they would have already gone through the first half or the first part of the VIB Rouge sale. So this sale is for people who are, of course, have the status of VIB Rouge. I am not balling like that yet, so I am not into that category. But the VIB Rouge happened between the 3rd and the 6th of November. And the second part of that sale is when everybody else in the Beauty Insider program will have access to that sale. And that is between November 10th and November 15th. So the VIB Rouge people have already started like buying stuff. The next category, which is the category that I am in, is the VIB section. And our sale starts November 10th to November 15th, and you get a 20% discount on all purchases. The next level is the Beauty Insider, and that goes from November 10th to November 15th, and you get 15%. You get a coupon. Usually it comes in the mail and it comes via email, and I usually just add my coupon to my Apple Wallet because it's just super convenient. I don't have to carry around the physical card. And those coupon codes can be used multiple times, both in stores and online. So there are some sales where I've actually gone online, purchased some stuff, and then gone into the store and purchased some more stuff. So it's very convenient and it's multi-use. So those are the general logistics of the sale. So now to the fun part. These are the things that I either recommend or on my wish list. Most of these products that I have recommended, I have actually used in the past, but I'm going to throw in a few items that have rave reviews and that people seem to love a lot, and they seem to be actually very good products. And then some other products I'm going to highlight because of certain characteristics. So without further ado, let's begin. Now I'm setting this video up. This is going to be a long video. I'm setting this video up into sections: hair care, fragrance, skincare, and color makeup. And within each category, I try to just do these alphabetically. I mean, so that's just the order that I have spoken about these products. So first up is the hair care section. Sephora carries a lot of brands, especially brands that are very friendly to people who have kinky or curly hair. The first brand I'm going to talk about is Diva Curl, and I recommend getting the Build Up Booster, which is a clarifying shampoo or clarifying cleanser specifically made for curly hair. I've reviewed this on my video in another video, and actually it surprised me at how well it works. So I would highly recommend getting this particular product from Diva Curl. The next two brands that I'm going to mention, I haven't tried them as yet, but two things. They're made specifically for people who have textured hair, curly hair, kinky hair, and they are founded by black men, which is very exciting. So the first one is Form Beauty, and this is a brand from owner Tristan Walker, who's also the brainchild behind another brand called Bevel. Now, Sephora doesn't sell Bevel, but Bevel is a brand specifically made for men, and it carries a lot of grooming tools. So they're very well known for their clippers, and it's supposed to be very high quality products. So think about that when you're looking for a gift for someone that you love. Now, the other brand is from an artist, a hair artist, a hairstylist called Vernon Francois. He has the most beautiful red kinky hair. It's absolutely fantastic. So he's out of England, and he has an entire hair care line, and he's done a lot of different celebrity clients as well too. So definitely check his brand out. And then the last brand I'm going to talk about with regards to hair care is Comet Biologics. When I went natural, I feverishly looked for products that were naturally made. They didn't contain some of the ingredients that I was looking to avoid, and they were also made by people of color. And this is one of the longest used brands that I have been reaching for time and time again. Highly recommended. Comet Biologics. I've tried almost everything in that line, but the two products that I would recommend to try are the Amla and Olive Heavy Cream, which is a very thick, heavy butter, and I use that to soften, condition the hair, and to seal in the moisture that I've already added to the hair. The other product is the Burdock Root Butter Cream. This is slightly lighter than the Amla cream, so I tend to use the Amla cream when it's very cold, you know, fall, winter, and then I can switch to the Burdock Root Cream when it gets much warmer because it's just a lighter texture. So definitely check Comet out. Now we're moving on to fragrance. I love very woodsy, spicy, warm fragrances. I don't tend to be drawn to very fruity or very floral fragrances. I mean, of course, there are always exceptions to the rule, but my preferences are fragrances that are a little bit heavier. And I'll wear these fragrances even when it's very hot. I just love the warmth, the warm feeling that those kinds of fragrances give. So here are the fragrances that I recommend looking at if you're just like me. The first one is one of my all-time favorites, and this is called the Balenciaga Paris fragrance. It's the first offering from the brand Balenciaga, and it comes in a beautiful glass bottle with a ceramic cap on the top. Very gorgeous. Love, love, love that fragrance. The next one, which is also a holy grail for me, is from Marc Jacobs fragrance. Now, I have tried multiple Marc Jacobs fragrances, but the one that I'm really loving is the Decadence Eau de Parfum. Love it. It has a certain sweetness to it, but then you mix it in with a little bit of spiciness. I always get compliments on these two fragrances. The next two are on my wish list. These are from Elizabeth and James, both the Amethyst and the Bourbon fragrances, and from Kat Von D, her Sinner fragrance. Now, the Sinner fragrance is the Sinner. She both has a Sinner and a Saint, and this is part of her holiday collection, where she actually has a Sinner and a Saint side for all of the products that have come out. And now these fragrances are actually a re-promote. She brought these out a few years ago, sorry, but she's redone the packaging and she's probably upgraded the ingredients used as well. And I absolutely love the two of these fragrances, but I love the Sinner more than the Saint. The Saint is a little bit lighter, a little bit fresher, but man, I'm going to pick up the Sinner fragrance for sure. Now, a tip. I usually like to buy the fragrances in the rollerball format as opposed to like the bigger bottles, especially if I want to try out a fragrance, because they're so easy to carry. Of course, it's cheaper than buying, you know, the larger fragrances, especially when you come to some of these designer fragrances where a 1 ounce bottle could easily cost you about $85. So if I can get a smaller form of these fragrances, I like to try that out, because fragrances tend to last a long time, and I would prefer to use a fragrance out completely than having a fragrance for years and then the fragrance dries out and it loses some of its punch. All of these fragrances I've tested in the store, and I can say that they last all day. I love putting fragrance on at night, and then I can wake up in the morning and still smell them, so they last a long time. So those are my fragrance recommendations. Now to skincare. Skincare, I'm going to have a mix of Korean beauty and more Western beauty. Korean beauty is huge. It's here to stay. I will be soon having an entire series dedicated to Korean beauty. So if there are specific products that you want to find out about, please put them in the comments below. And while you're at it, make sure you hit that subscribe button. You know, make sure that you don't miss out on any of the other videos that I will be coming out with. And make sure to also hit the notifications bell so that you can definitely get all of my videos straight to your feed. And last thing, check out my beauty blog. I'm going to have a list of all of these products that I've recommended in a blog post, and definitely sign up for my email newsletter. So skincare. The first brand, I've been trying this brand for a little bit more than a year now, and it's a Korean brand called Belif. And I would recommend getting their sheet mask, which is the Aqua Bomb sheet mask. It is fantastic if you have very dry, dehydrated skin. It lays it on very thick. Basically, a sheet mask can be considered as a concentrated form of an essence. So it gives you all these ingredients and these products that work well for the skin, whether you're looking for pore minimizing or brightening or hydration or firming. You know, sheet masks are the way to go. People in the Asian region have been using sheet masks for decades, and we here in the US are slowly now jumping on the bandwagon. So I'm really glad to see that there are more options available without having to trek all over the place to look for them. But definitely check out Belif's sheet mask. The other two things that I recommend from Belif are the True Cream products. The True Cream Aqua Bomb, which is a moisturizer made for oily skin because it's in a gel texture, and the equivalent to that for dry skin, which is the one that I have been using, is the True Cream Moisturizing Balm. Now, these products are very good for layering because it's so thin, but it's like getting a burst of moisture onto the skin. So I usually like to add this before I add an oil or a heavier cream if it's very, you know, really very cold. So just definitely check out Belif. And you're going to see me looking down a lot during this video because I have pages of notes. It's impossible for me to remember all these things in the order that I want them to. So next up is another Asian brand, and this is called Boscia. I've actually been using Boscia for years. I've used their facial cleanser, but the products from Boscia that I highly recommend are their masks. I always tell people, try the Boscia masks. They have a number of them that, you know, they alleviate certain needs, but the ones that I really love from Boscia are the hydrogel masks. And there is a Saki brightening hydrogel mask that I absolutely love. It's, instead of having the mask made out of cotton, it's made out of a gel that I think really helps maintain or trap moisture into the skin, you know, very effectively, and it feels really nice on the skin. Sometimes it's very cold because it's a gel, but I absolutely love this mask from Boscia. So check that one out. So the next brand that I'm going to talk about is one of the first brands that falls under the category of cosmeceuticals, which is cosmetics and pharmaceuticals mixed in. So it's a lot of science involved, which I love. And this is from Dr. Dennis Gross, or Gross. I don't even know how to pronounce his name, but Dr. Dennis Gross, and he makes an alpha beta peel. I've been using this for years, and it's one of the first products that I picked up that I use for chemical exfoliation. And this one contains glycolic acid and other alpha hydroxy acids, retinol, and it's meant to be used every day, but I think it's a little bit too harsh for me, so I use it once a week. I'm actually going to be having an extensive review on this particular product very soon, but definitely check that one out and tell me if you like it. So the next brand that I'm going to talk about is from Dr. Jart. This is another Korean brand, and it also falls into the category of cosmeceuticals. And I really love Dr. Jart's skin face masks as well. In particular, their brightening infusion mask I absolutely love. And I also recommend the Ceramidin line. I've been using a few of their Ceramidin products before, and I have both the liquid and the cream. There's also a gel that comes with the set, but I think that's better for maybe different types of skin. But these Ceramidin products help maintain the natural protective moisture barrier on your skin. As you know, your skin is both moisture and lipid, and it's about finding the right balance between these two. So the natural barrier on your skin help maintain the moisture levels within your skin, and this is an additional supplement. I love using this on my drier spots, and so I definitely recommend getting those products. And by the way, a lot of these brands bring out special sets for the holidays that contain large size samples of their products, or basically mini versions of their best sellers. So definitely pick those up. That's what I've done. Some of these sizes can last all year, or at least many months, so you don't have to necessarily get the large size of a product, and you get to try multiple products from that line at the same time. So definitely check those out throughout Sephora. Drunk Elephant, another brand that took over the beauty world last year, and for good reason. This is a woman-owned brand, and there are two products that I definitely recommend from that brand that you check out that I have both used. The first one is the C Firma Day Cream, which is a vitamin C cream, and I think that vitamin C comes in at either 12% or 15% of vitamin C L-ascorbic acid, and this basically helps brighten the skin, and it's a great antioxidant to help protect you, of course, you know, from aging too quickly. And the best part about this brand is the packaging. The packaging is airtight, and they recommend that you use their products every 6 months, which is basically as long as the actives in the products stay active. The next one to check out that I've been using at night is the Framboise Glycolic Night Serum. This is an alpha hydroxy acid mix that comes in at about 12%. So I like to use this for surface resurfacing or exfoliation, and a little bit of hydration as well. And these are alpha hydroxy acids. The next brand is a cult favorite and a classic, and the reason why I'm mentioning this brand is because it's actually now available at Sephora, and this is the brand Kiehl's. I would definitely have you check out the Creme de Corps, which is probably one of their best selling products. It's their very thick, heavy body cream that I think contains either cocoa butter or shea butter, but it's a cult classic. It smells divine. Actually, I think it's cocoa butter because it does smell like cocoa butter. So definitely check that out, and they often bring special limited edition packaging or sizes around the holiday time. So, you know, let me know how you like that one. Makeup, the raw sauce, is one of the essences that I've been using. Again, part of the Korean skincare culture. An essence is basically a very thin, hydrating serum that you can put onto your skin as one of your layers of hydration, so you're not putting on something that is super thick. But this one is made from, I think, maple sauce, and it's really good. It's a slightly thicker essence, so I would probably use it as a second step moisturizing essence, but definitely check that one out. Sunday Riley. Now Sunday Riley is another brand that is female owned, or woman owned I should say actually, and I actually reviewed one of their products on my blog and on YouTube, and that is the Blue Moon Tranquility Cleansing Balm. Love this balm. I'm still using the very last. I have like a tiny bit left, but I absolutely love this balm as a first oil cleanse, especially if for people who have very dry skin. But even if you have oily skin, it works fantastically great. Check that one out. And their cult classic, they're probably their #1 selling product from the line is the Lunar Sleeping Night Oil. This is the oil that comes in a square bottle, and it is a very beautiful deep blue color because of the blue tansy that is also present in the cleansing balm. But this particular oil is a more advanced or a newer technology of retinol that, of course, everybody knows is probably the #1 ingredient used in anti-aging, or not anti-aging, but helping you to age gracefully. So that's all for skincare. Next up, makeup. So this is probably the longest list that I have because, you know, I'm a makeup junkie, so let's just dig into this one. The first brand is Anastasia Beverly Hills. She has done a lot of great products over the years, and usually when her products come out, they become instant hits. I would recommend getting her Brow Wiz. She initially came out, or it was initially best known for her eyebrow products. She has a salon, etc. in California, I think, in LA. And get the Brow Wiz. I've been using the Brow Wiz for years. It's one of my favorite eyebrow pencil products. And also pick up her liquid lipsticks. I would say her liquid lipsticks are some of the better liquid lipsticks out there in terms of the color pigmentation, in terms of the formula, how well it dries down, and the opacity of the colors, and of course the opacity of the formula. And of course there's a very wide selection of color options, so definitely check her liquid lipsticks out. And last but not least, check out her eyeshadows. I know she's known for her palettes, but she also has a wide array of single eyeshadows. I have a few of them, so I would definitely recommend checking out her single eyeshadows. But if there's a palette that you should try, or at least should check out from Anastasia Beverly Hills, it's her Modern Renaissance palette. This is probably one of the best selling palettes on Sephora's website. It's always sold out and it's absolutely beautiful. It's a collection of bronzes and red toned products. There's even a very I would say like a maraschino cherry red matte eyeshadow in there. That looks amazing. Great for pretty much any season, because I would wear that palette any season. So definitely check out the Modern Renaissance palette. The Beauty Blender. I know this is just like one product, but I really do think that of all the beauty type sponges out there, the Beauty Blender is still at the top of the list. There's something about the size of the blender, the texture of the blender, and the way it blends makeup onto the skin that I find few other blenders or few other beauty sponges can do the same at the same effect. It is more expensive. There are cheaper alternatives to them, but this would be a great time to get a beauty blender if you've always wanted to try one. I have always used the black one, which is called the Pro one, because I just like the black color of the sponge, but they are of different colors as well. It originally came out in pink, and there's also a kind of a nude color. There's a white one that you can use to apply skincare. But whichever one you try, definitely check the Beauty Blender out. Becca Cosmetics is another really popular brand. These are one of the brands I recommend because they have a wide variety of shade options, so it's great for women of color, especially if you have a hard time finding products that match your skin very well. Check them out. I would recommend from this brand the Evermatte Poreless Priming Perfector, which is basically their matte primer. It's one of the best known or well used primers for people who have very, very, very oily skin. So check that one out. And I will also recommend getting any of their skin perfectors, colored skin perfectors in Opal. I think Opal is the color that any skin tone can use, from the very fairest to the deepest darkest. I'm actually wearing Opal right now here on my skin, and I think it's the perfect, it's a neutral enough color that everybody could wear it. It's not too yellow, it's not too pink, it's not too icy, it's not too warm. It's just the right mix. I recommend getting this color, everybody getting this color. I have it in the poured option, which is their cream highlighter option, because I love creams. But you can get it in powder and you can get it in liquid forms as well too. So check that one out. Benefit. Benefit is also really well known for their eyebrow products. And I would definitely recommend the Goop Proof Brow Pencil. You've seen this pencil, been using tutorials on my blog all the time. I don't have to talk too much about that one. They're also really well known for their Professional Face Primer. This primer actually helps fill in small imperfections on the skin. So if you have tattoo piercings that you want to cover, if you have texture on the skin because of scarring from acne, if you have enlarged pores, this one is definitely a recommended product from like pretty much everybody. It's a very well-known product to try. So if you have a lot of issues with texture, definitely check this one out. Bites Beauty is a brand out of Canada that I really love. I have a number of their matte lip pencils and their regular Rouge Bush lipsticks. But the thing from them that I really want to try that's on my wish list is their agave mask. It's a little bit expensive and it's basically a mask for the lips. It's basically a high moisturizing high-end lip balm. But the thing about Bites Beauty that I really love is that they use food grade ingredients in their products. So they kind of tout that these products are safe enough to eat. They don't recommend that you eat these products, but if you do, it won't do you any harm because they're using food grade products in their cosmetics. Cover FX. Cover FX is another brand out of Canada. Canada comes out with a lot of really good makeup brands. Cover FX is another one of them, and this is a vegan brand. So if you're really interested in cleaning your beauty, Cover FX is a brand that you definitely need to check out. I also recommend Cover FX because it has a very wide range of color selections when it comes to foundations. They have many different formula finishes, so they have, you know, matte, they have more dewy finishes, they have powders, they have liquids, and it comes in a very wide variety of color shades. So they have products for very, very dark skin, they have products for very light skin, and it also comes in 3 different undertones. So it's like their pink undertone, their golden undertone, and their neutral undertone. So there's a very good chance that you can find your right match from Cover FX. So definitely check them out. And they also have a lot of different primers, a wide variety of primers that you can try. They also have BB creams or tinted foundations, tinted moisturizers if you're looking for something super lightweight. If you're not really a makeup wearer but you just want a little something on your skin, check out their tinted moisturizers as well. And the last thing to check out from Cover FX is their custom enhancing drops. These are a favorite of mine. I have one of them here in Candlelight, and these are basically liquid highlighters that you can either add it to your foundation or add to your product and mix it in, or you can just layer it either on top of makeup or underneath makeup depending on the effect that you want. But this is shimmer for people who don't want glitter. This has no chunks, no large pieces, very, very smooth liquid like highlighting. I absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. So definitely check out Cover FX. The next brand that I'm going to talk about, I think is probably the brand of the year. This is Fenty Beauty. I would just say, if there's anything that you get from the brand, the foundation. Sephora has a very hard time keeping this product in stock, and there's a very good chance that the color that you want may not be in stock in time for the sale. If you do find it online, get it. If you find it in the store, get it. Don't waste no time saying, well, maybe later, nothing. This changed the game in beauty simply because Rihanna decided to just bring out foundation shades for a very wide variety of skin tones and a wide variety of undertones. There are other companies that do have these products, but still in 2017, it is still not enough. There are still not enough companies that bring out enough skin tone products for people of color, especially people who have darker skin and people who have very, very, very pale skin, including people who are albinos. So definitely check out the Fenty Beauty foundation. I've done a review on that product, so I'm going to definitely list that in the card up above, and definitely in my blog post below. So I have that product already, but the products that I've been waiting to buy from them are their Killawatt Freestyle highlighters. You've seen those highlighters, you've seen people talk about Trophy Wife, and I might get Trophy Wife, but the #1 highlighter on my list to get would be the Ginger Binge Moscow Mule highlighter. Oh, it is a burnt red bronzy highlighter. I think looks fantastic on dark skin. I can't wait to put my hands on that one. And I will also recommend getting the Girl Next Door Chic Freak highlighter, which is a little less, it's more of a light coral peachy highlighter. Great for people with medium skin tones and even medium light skin tones. I would definitely recommend getting those as well too. And the next products that I want to get from Fenty Beauty are their match sticks, shimmer sticks. They have matte versions and shimmer versions of these sticks. The matte versions can be used as color correctors, highlighters depending on how light you go, contour, concealer. I'm not ready for that yet, but I'm ready for their shimmer sticks. And I definitely want to get the shimmer sticks in Rum, Cinnamon, and Ridic. Ridic is a beautiful, bright, reddish orange blush color. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Check out Fenty Beauty. Don't say that you didn't know or I didn't warn you. Givenchy Phenomenal Eyes Mascara. I just recently reviewed this in one of my previous videos as one of my must-have volumizing mascaras. This is the one that comes with the little spiky ball at the end, and this one is actually, I think, available online only or available in select stores. Definitely check them out. One of my holy grails. Hourglass. Hourglass is another brand that is a cult favorite of many beauty insiders and beauty bloggers and beauty editors. They just came out and said that by the year 2020 they are transitioning. They're going to be a completely vegan brand. I think they do have some products that are already vegan, but by 2020 they'll be all vegan. And I will definitely tell you to check out their Mineral Veil Primer. It's a favorite of many. And also the Ambient Lighting Palette. You've seen me use this lighting palette before. This is more of a finishing powder, and it's something that helps give a smoothing effect or a very slightly highlighted effect on the skin. Definitely check out any one of their powders. The formulas are divine, very finely milled, worth the money. And they even have some of these powders in mini sizes. If you go to the Sephora to go section near the cash register, you'll see a couple of these powders in the very small size. That's really the size that you need, because you probably will never finish these powders unless you use it every single day. But they are great to look at. So this other brand that I'm going to discuss is Kat Von D. As a matter of fact, I think Kat Von D is one of those brands that you can just try out anything from her brand and it's a safe bet that it's going to be a really good product. So I'm going to just highlight a few of her products that I think you should try out. The first one is the Lock-It Foundation, and this is a vegan foundation for one. It's a vegan brand for one, cruelty-free. And I also picked this foundation because it's a very full coverage, high coverage foundation, but it also comes in a wide variety of shades. Again, great for people of color, especially if you have darker skin and you're looking for something that is really extra. I also think her Everlasting liquid lipsticks are some of the best on the market, in addition to the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipsticks. Again, great in terms of pigmentation, in terms of coverage and formula, and of course the color options. I always get compliments when I wear some of Kat Von D's liquid lipsticks. Her tattoo liner is also a cult favorite. I've been using this one for at least a year now, and have had the same liner for almost a year. So I haven't had any problems with the liner drying out. I like to actually store my liners lying down as opposed to necessarily standing up. I haven't had any problems with drying out using that method. And this particular liner reminds me of the calligraphy brushes well used in Japanese calligraphy. So the brush is made up of very tiny hairs. And the last thing that I would recommend from Kat Von D are actually their makeup brushes. These are vegan makeup brushes, and they're all synthetic fibers, and they're actually really very good. I have a few of them. They're very soft, very high quality. I don't get any fallout with regards to the hairs falling out. They're well made and they last a long time. So definitely check out Kat Von D. Kevyn Aucoin. You know Kevyn Aucoin is one of my favorite, is one of my favorite makeup artists of all time. He's been dead now about almost 20 years now, but his line and his legacy continues. And of course, there are a few products from Kevyn Aucoin that I definitely think that you should look for. The Sensual Skin Enhancer, again, another cream foundation, very high pigment, very high coverage. You need a very little bit of this product to even cover your face, and of course it comes in many shades, including many darker shades, so check them out. I would also recommend getting Kevyn Aucoin books, and I know a lot of people don't necessarily talk about these books, but these are some of the very first makeup books that I bought when I discovered that makeup artists were making makeup books. I often go to these books for inspiration, for a little bit of nostalgia, just to see different options, and he did a very great job in laying out his thought process, you know, showing you the different steps out as to why and how he created a certain look. And he's worked on any and everybody of a certain age. All of those famous 90s supermodels, he's worked on all of them. Miss Janet Jackson, I mean Tina Turner, I mean Cher, everybody's face has been touched by the late makeup artist Kevyn Aucoin. So Sephora actually sells these books online. I don't believe that they're available in stores, so you should definitely check out Making Faces and Face Forward. I have these books in hardcover. These are makeup classics. Check those out. Lancome. The Lancome Teint Idole Longwear Foundation is another very well-known foundation. Of course, my girl Lupita Nyong'o is one of their spokespersons, and they have foundation shades that even fit her. So if there's a shade dark enough for her, you know there's a very good chance in getting your foundation shade, even though she is not even the darkest that you can find. So check them out. Their foundation is very well known. The formula is great, sleek packaging. Check them out. And of course, as I mentioned before in one of my previous videos, any one of their mascaras is great. I'll put a link to my mascara, the best mascara reviews for volumizing lashes, up in the bar up here, and of course in the description bar below. Makeup Forever, another brand with a very wide variety of high quality foundations. Check them out. My cult favorite, of course, which is the one that I'm wearing today, is the Ultra HD foundation. Love it. Also check out, if you have very oily skin is their Matte Velvet Mattifying Foundation. This is another classic that is beloved by makeup artists because of how well it mattifies the skin. So definitely check them out. And of course, it comes in a wide variety of shade options. Their primers are also really very good. They're skin equalizing primers, which I think are usually labeled step 1. Great primers. And they come in a variety of different finishes or effects. So there's a hydrating primer, and there's a mattifying primer, color correcting primers, pore minimizing primers. Definitely check them out. And of course, don't forget, check out their eyeshadows. Beautiful, silky, almost gel-like texture to their powders. Fantastic. Marc Jacobs Beauty. Marc Jacobs Beauty has one of my favorite mascaras of all time, and this one of course is the Velvet Noir Major Volume Mascara. Hands down one of the best volumizing mascaras out there, and the blackest, sootiest pigment that you can find. Love it. Also check out their Omega Lash Volumizing Mascaras, and check these out for their colored mascara options. I am going to be doing a video on my favorite colored mascaras that are available, and definitely check these out because these are really good quality colored mascaras. And of course, they also have a wide variety of gel eyeliners that are very long wearing. They come in a very, very wide range of colors, even some reds and some pinks and some colors that are a little bit more unusual for eyeliners. So check them out. Very, very smooth formula. You don't have to worry about it tugging on the skin or skipping or even drying out. I've had my own for more than a year now, and it's great. Check them out. Milk Makeup. Milk Makeup is one of these smaller indie brands that has achieved cult status. They are kind of more geared towards the people who want to put on some makeup after they go to the gym, so that more athletic lifestyle. So the product that I hear people talking about the most is the Milk Makeup Blue Stick. It basically comes in a chubby twist up tube. It looks like a deodorant, but it actually is great for filling in the pores on the skin and just creating a very smooth canvas for your future makeup application. So definitely check them out. NARS, another well-known makeup brand that has stood the test of time, and they continue to reinvent themselves. There are a few products that I think you should check out. First is their Power Matte Lip Pigment. This is a new offering from them, and it's kind of a hybrid between a liquid lipstick and a lip stain. So it doesn't have quite the long wear staying power of the liquid lipsticks, but it's not as drying. So it's that right balance. I mean, it lasts a long time. It's going to last you all day, but it's not going to be super drying on the lips or very hard to take off. And they come in some gorgeous, gorgeous shades. And it also has a very unique or very precise lip applicator that comes with it. Beautiful product. Really, really great product. Their Radiant Creamy Concealers are some of the best concealers out there. Great for using under the eyes, and great if you just want to spot treat some of your blemishes, especially in, you know, around the nose, or if you have a blemish on the skin from acne, etc. Very hydrating and moisturizing, so it doesn't sit in fine lines as some of the more drier concealers would do, and it comes in a wide variety of shades. They also have the Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. Again, a moisturizer, tinted moisturizer for people of color with darker skin. This is another one that I recommend, and it also includes SPF protection as well too. Check that one out. And of course, NARS's blushes. You can't go wrong with them. Another cult favorite, holy grail, classic formula. Pat McGrath. Pat McGrath has finally come out with a permanent collection that you don't have to, you know, stand up on a virtual line to get. And she has done a fantastic job with the packaging and the formula and just the luxuriousness of her products. I actually did an unboxing for one of her lipsticks, so I'm going to of course include that link to that video. And definitely check out her matte trans lipsticks, which are matte lipsticks, and also check out her palettes. The The palette that is on my list is called the Mothership 3. A beautiful, beautiful palette with jewel tones in fuchsia and bronze and red. Ah, fabulous. That is an expensive palette. That is a splurge, but that is worth it because her formulas are fantastic. And of course, she's a woman of color and she is one of the most recognizable makeup artists in the world. That's why she's called Queen Mother. Sephora collection. Don't sleep on the Sephora store brand because they've done a great job in reformulating, rebranding and repackaging a lot of, or all of their products, and many of their products are really very good. And to me, the #1 product that they carry are actually their makeup brushes, and in particular their Pro line makeup brushes. So these are the brushes that come with the black handle. Let me see if I can find one here. Yes, I have one here, and this is called the Pro Featherweight Blending Brush. So they come in black handles with silver ferrules, and it's a really great high quality brush. Handles are lacquered, so they have a shiny finish. Really great quality, wide variety. Definitely if you're looking for new brushes to pick up, check them out. I love my Sephora brushes, and I've had some of their other brushes for many years. They're some of the original brushes that I bought, and they're still going strong. I still use them in videos. They have a great quality. Also check out their cream lip stains if you kind of want to jump on that liquid lipstick bandwagon, but you don't want to pay over $20 for one of those products. So their cream lip stain liquid lipsticks are the way to go. And of course check out the V for Volume mascaras, which is their line of colored mascaras. Some of the best pigmented ones that I have found. And that's from the Sephora collection. Stellar Beauty. Stellar Beauty is on my wish list because this is another brand out of Canada, founded by a woman of color, and she has a foundation collection that's great for people of color. I think she might be East Indian, I'm not sure, don't quote me on that. So a lot of her foundations I find have undertones that suit people who have more olive in their skin. But she does have foundations for darker skin as well, but her selection is not as wide as say Fenty Beauty or Makeup Forever, but she is definitely worth checking out, and that foundation is called the Limitless Foundation. Stila. Stila's been around for a long time, but they just came out with this particular product that has been making waves all over the internet, and it's their Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadows. Yes, it's an eyeshadow and glitter in one. You don't have to worry about glitter glue, it getting messy, fallout. It literally comes in a little tube with a doe foot applicator, and it's the brightest, most shimmeriest, most shiniest, most glitteriest liquid eyeshadow that I've ever seen. Many great colors, and these eyeshadows are perfect for carnival looks, perfect for your upcoming holiday parties, if you want to just add a little touch to your makeup that you've been wearing at work and you're just set to go to your Christmas party. So don't sleep on Stila and those products. And I know they have a mini set with about 6 of their best-selling shades, so definitely check that out. It's a great way to buy multiples of that particular product, and you don't even really need to have a full length or full size of that product. Yeah, the mini sizes work just as great too. Too Faced. Too Faced makes one of my favorite eyeshadow primers, and that is the Shadow Insurance. I usually rotate between that one and a couple other primers, but I definitely recommend that one. They even have a primer that is specifically made if you're wearing glitters as well. It's their glitter glue. And they also have a very popular and a cult favorite eyeshadow, sorry. They also have a very popular and cult favorite mascara called the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. Great volumizing mascara. It's one of the best ones out there. And I have done a video with a dupe, so you better check that out to see if it stands up to the Too Faced. Urban Decay. Urban Decay is another brand that makes some really great products. Their primer potion is probably the product that put them on the map. Do you remember years ago when YouTube first started, one of the most popular videos were depotting the Urban Decay primer potion because it came in this fancy tube, and when you cut it open you can see all the hidden primer and all the little nooks and crannies of the product, of the packaging. Yes, that primer is legit and it's also really very good. Definitely recommend it. I also definitely recommend getting any one of their 24/7 glide on eyeliner pencils. These come in a really wide range of color options and finishes. Really creamy, deeply pigmented. You can't go wrong with any of their eye pencils. And I think they're waterproof as well too. Yes, they're definitely waterproof, so they're great to be used on the waterline of the eye and tight lining the upper lash line. And check out their Naked palettes. Now they just came out with the Naked Heat palette, which is a much warmer red tone, brown toned palette that seems to be one of their favorites or one of their best sellers. So this would be a great time to pick up that palette because it's around the $49, $52 range. So getting 20% off or even 15% off, I think is worth it. And the last brand that I'm going to talk about in this very long video, and thank you very much if you've made it this far, is from Viseart. Now Viseart is very, very well known in the makeup artistry circles. They are a French brand and their packaging is really no frills because it's really made for makeup artists. So all a makeup artist needs to be able to have is a palette that is easily portable and that you can look at the cover and see what colors you have in them. So the packaging is not the most aesthetically pleasing, but talk about quality eyeshadows, especially when it comes to matte eyeshadows. They have palettes separated out in different color theories or color schemes, so you can get like a matte dark neutral eyeshadow, a matte light neutral eyeshadow, a matte bright eyeshadow palette, and they also have many palettes that have shimmer in them too, and also they have palettes for lips and for cheeks as well too. But they're really well known for their eyeshadows, so definitely check out Viseart. That's it. Probably the longest video that I've ever done, but I think it's worth it. If you definitely need recommendations, I hope this helps. Definitely tell me what you picked up at Sephora, and you know, have a conversation down below in the comments, and let me know what you think. Make sure to like this video and to share this video. Subscribe to my channel and to my email newsletter. All information will be down below, including the products that I have mentioned here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Happy shopping. Let me know what you get, and I'll talk to you soon. Laters.